Hello, everybody. So I'm just gonna take a moment here to kind of talk about future, what's going on right now, and how some changes have been made, content-wise, streaming-wise, and such. So if I'm not sure, streaming's been kind of slowed down because we're still trying to figure out the internet. Made a couple of changes, and I think we've made something work where I can stream way more often, so it should be good. I will probably do another test stream today at some point just to see, you know, what connection-wise looks like. But anyway, I want to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, which is coming up at the end of the month here in September, and it's going to go through October until the end. So I know I posted a list of games that we were going to play throughout the month for Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm making the executive decision. I'm going to change some of those. So if you guys don't know, Halloween Horror Nights is going on starting September 26th, and it will be it'll end until, you know, we complete all the games on the list, right? At least that's what we did last year. So sorry, I keep saying I didn't really practice a script for this, or I had okay, I want to talk about this, and I just hit record. So if I say a lot, I'm just trying to think. Spooky Scary Horror Nights is going on September 26th, and then it'll be done when we're done with the games that I wanted to play, right? So originally on the list, I had Five Nights at Freddy's 2, 3, and 4, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, Silent Hill 2 Remake, and then we were going to play the Resident Evil games. We were going to do Resident Evil 0, 1, Remake of 2, Remake of 3, and then I was going to do Resident Evil 4 Remake VR, and then we were going to do Resident Evil 5, and then Resident Evil 6, and Resident Evil 7, and then we were going to do Resident Evil 8 VR, and then we were going to also do Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, and that was going to be the whole list. The biggest main event was I wanted to play through all the Resident Evil games. I'm going to have to make the executive decision where I'm going to change the list, and I apologize for that. Money's been a little bit tighter since I moved to a different location, and I don't think I will be able to acquire some of the games that I wanted to play. I have all the Resident Evil games, but the rest of the FNAF games, other than Security Breach and Silent Hill 2 Remake, I do want to play that game, and I absolutely will for you guys. But again, the issue is money. I do not have the money to afford it, and I'm not going to be one of those content creators who's going to be like, can you guys buy this for me? Can you guys donate money so I can buy this game? I don't want to be that guy, okay? It never sits well in my stomach to see content creators and streamers ask their audience for items, even if it is to better the content. It just doesn't sit right with me, you know. It just doesn't feel right. I just don't like it when they do that, and when they're like, oh, I want to buy this cosplay, buy me this cosplay, and you know, whatever. I don't know, it just doesn't sit well that people to ask an audience to do that. When they do it out of the kindness of their heart, that's different. But being like, oh, if you want to buy me gifts, you can do it this way, or I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right. So I'm not asking anybody to buy those for me. Don't, okay? Honestly, I'm telling you not to. All right, you let me worry about that. I will play them. I will get them. But it's going to be a little while. So pretty much spooky scary horror nights is going to be all Resident Evil, because I have just about all the games I can on console. So I'm going to go through the list that I just told you. We're going to start on, September 26th. We're going to start with Resident Evil 0, and we're going to play through the entire list as I just said. And then once we get through all of the games, I have some bonus, quote-unquote, extra games in case we get through these games a lot quicker than I expected. Because we're going to be playing every single day that I can. Some days I may not be able to, but every single day that I can play, I absolutely will. So September 26th is on a Friday. So I know I do have evening plans that Friday, but have no fear, I will absolutely be streaming that day one way or another. Okay, so September 26th, at some point, I will stream Resident Evil 0, and we will play through all of the games, and if we beat all of them, and we're still not out of the month of October, then I do have some bonus games lined up I can play. I have the original Resident Evil 2. I have the original Resident Evil 3. And then I also have Code Veronica. So I will, if we can, definitely Code Veronica, probably going to be my first choice. And I don't think I'm going to be able to beat Code Veronica. So that game has kicked my butt. So more than likely, after we get done with Resident Evil 8 VR, and if we're not out of the month of October, I will be playing Resident Evil Code Veronica. And then for a miracle, if I actually do end up beating Code Veronica, then we will be playing the classic Resident Evil 2 and classic Resident Evil 3. Now, regardless, I do also want to play those games for you guys, so maybe at a later date, we can totally play them. Or if you guys want me to continue with Code Veronica, I'll beat Code Veronica, and if you guys want me to play those afterwards, I'm totally down for that too. So it'll just be whatever you guys want, right? I just wanted to pass that along to you. I will make an updated list, and I will make sure to post it in the Discord so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about and have it in like a physical form so it makes more sense. But that is my plan for right now, is we're just going to be playing Resident Evil games. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a lot of fun, especially the VR. I recently beat Resident Evil 8 VR, and it was so much fun. I'm so stoked to be able to play that for you guys, and I'm so stoked to try Resident Evil 4 Remake VR. That one is going to be so incredibly awesome. So I'm ready for Halloween Horror Nights. I cannot believe it's already almost here. We have a whole month, and then that's it. We gotta, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cool. I love the Resident Evil games. I'm gonna be so stoked to play them for you guys. There are a couple that I haven't played for you guys, like the original Resident Evil 4, which I totally do have that one. So if you guys want me to play that one for you as well at some point, I definitely will. So pretty much the month of September until the 26th, I do want to stream for you guys. I do want to continue making content. But more than likely, it's just gonna be probably something super simple. I got Delta Force, a free game on PlayStation. I got Delta Force. I may be streaming that at sometimes throughout the day. I may be playing some games with some friends and possibly streaming it at the same time too. Might do some Ready or Not. I did get WWE 2K25. I did get the new one, so we might go play through that. I do still have to finish Red Dead Redemption 2, so maybe we'll kick that back into gear and we'll hopefully be able to complete Red Dead Redemption 2 by the time Halloween Horror Nights kicks off. But I have a couple of games here that I can play So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a quick little video to kind of let you know, hey, I'm still here, I'm making content, I've been working on things in the background, as you guys could see, maybe not because I've deleted them. I've done a lot of test streams. I've been really playing around with the internet, trying to make things work, playing around with the games and seeing what I could do, what I can't do, and I think everything should be set right now. I'm really hoping that it is. I'm ready to get back into making content. I didn't really want to do video format. I really like playing games on the long form. I don't like cutting things out of games because I feel like I don't want to cut something out important. You know, I don't really know my editing skills aren't exactly the greatest, if you guys haven't noticed. But when I play a game, I want to include everything in the game. I don't know what is important, what's not important, what people want to see, what people don't want to see, right? And I feel like if it's a stream, it's like, here it is, here's the whole entire stream. You can enjoy it if you want to, but you don't have to. You can watch a little piece of it, whatever. I just enjoy streaming video games a lot more than I do making a video and then editing it, especially if it's something with a story. If it's like I'm playing a multiplayer game like Fortnite or Call of Duty, Battlefield, Delta Force, something like that, if it's not like a story or like a campaign and it's just multiplayer, obviously I'm just gonna do like, here's the best moments from those, and those are probably quick, not quick, but those are probably the easiest videos I know to make. But when it comes to like a story campaign, it's a little bit harder because, again, I don't know what to include and what can get cut out, right? So it's just a lot simpler for me to just do a stream for a couple hours or so and play, and you guys can join in. And plus, I think seeing my live reaction to things is just a lot better than a recorded one. So yeah, you get like the raw, uncut reactions to videos and such. Anyway, so that's kind of what I have planned for September and October. September, we're going to play through Red Dead Redemption again, kind of hopefully get that beaten. And then starting September 26th, we're going to do spooky, scary Halloween Horror Nights. And we'll be playing through the Resident Evil story as of right now. And then once we get past 8, we'll do Code Veronica. And then if you guys really want me to, we'll do the classic Resident Evil 2 and 3. And then maybe 4 thrown in at the end if you guys really want that too. So again, thank you everybody so much for your patience. I apologize for taking so long with making videos and such. I moved at the beginning of August. I moved, and then I went on a camping trip for a while, almost about a week. And then I've just been working overtime and also battling our Wi-Fi and stuff. So I appreciate your guys' patience with me. I know I've kind of, really dropped off the radar, so I'm hoping to really get back into it and get back up there and making more content, and hopefully being able to grow this community a lot more. I don't know if I want to permanently stay here on YouTube. Like I did before, I was like streaming on Twitch, but it was more just like multiplayer kind of games. And anytime I did want to play like a campaign or a story-based game, I would do it on YouTube. It would be just kind of like a YouTube thing, so that way it was the best of both worlds. I don't know if I want to continue doing that or not. I don't know if I want to just go all in on YouTube and just kind of leave Twitch behind, but I have made big progress. Well, not big progress, but I'm a Twitch affiliate, so I don't know if I want to just leave that behind. I might try and balance it out, do campaigns and story streams on YouTube, and then that way they're archived and they're saved, and I don't have to export them from Twitch. And then over on Twitch, just playing games like Delta Force, maybe some type of Call of Duty, not any of the newer ones, but Call of Duty or anything that is more multiplayer and there's not much of a story. It's just kind of for fun, you know. Probably might try and do that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for just taking the time to listen, watch this video, let me kind of explain things. Sorry it's so horribly thought out. Again, I didn't really like make a script or plan out what I wanted to say. It was just, I just want to talk about this, and I just hit record. So, yeah, that's about my extent of planning for videos. Don't forget to check the description. There should be a link for my link tree. It has all my socials on there. You guys can go follow me. Should have a link to join the Discord. Join the Discord. I want to do some more stuff there, like hangouts and calls, and maybe watch some do reaction content, watching movies with you guys or whatever. Really trying to interact more with my community. So yeah, make sure to join the Discord so you guys can hang out with us and we can all be unhinged and crazy together. Anyways, that's all I got. So again, thank you guys so much for listening and so much for your love and support and just being here and being patient with me trying to figure everything out. Be safe, guys, and I'll catch you later.